back to my channel. So in today's video I'm going to be doing my glam makeup routine for when I'm just feeling like a little more glam, a little more full coverage. But before we get started, don't forget to give this video a like, subscribe, turn on those post notifications so you never miss another video, and if you do those two things, you'll be part of the right squad. So without further ado, let's start the video. Let's go. Starting off with primer, I have the Poreless Putty Primer here. Oh, I think I have a more empty one, but I already pulled this out and I'm just putting this here. I love this stuff so much. I do like to pad my primer. I know I kind of smooth it out in the hands, but I do like padding it in. I usually kind of like smooth out first to just actually get the product in, and then I pad. And I did moisturize before this video, so yeah. Excuse me, sorry I had chugged a drink. Like some sparkling water before this. But that burp for a second made my voice sound weird. I went with the Hard Candy, like, hydrating grip primer. Like, just as good as the Milk Hydro Grip. I do want to get the Mint Melt Primer from e.l.f. and the Jelly Pop Primer because I've heard that one's sticky too. I really want to try the Dermablend one because I've seen that one and like literally it looked like glue. Like I saw her like taking her hand off. Like this one feels tacky, but with that one you could like, it looks like when you put glue in your hand and you go like this. Like that one looks extremely tacky, like more tacky than this. But that's for another video. So moving on. Now moving on to our base for our face. No. Yeah, we're never saying that again. This is going to be more full coverage, but I don't always go full coverage. I should do my, like, no makeup routine. I mean, I don't really wear makeup, like, constantly. Or, like, at least foundation and concealer constantly. But I really like doing, like, glam looks in my videos, so yeah. Go with the e.l.f. Camo Concealer. Love this stuff. Love the hydrating. I would just say I like if it had a better shade range because like the latest shade doesn't even work for me like as a foundation. It would like, it just, I don't know. I mean, maybe for like subtle makeup looks it doesn't look as bad, like it doesn't look horrid, but like I don't know. This is the Morphe beauty blender. I recently got it because I want one with a flat, like, kind of, but, like, rounded bottom. Because I only have ones that, like, have a flat edge and, like, you know, wrist is rounded. I don't know. But, I also did dampen it so it inflates and makes it even softer. So if, like, you ever have, like, a beauty blender that's too stiff, then get it wet. Because this is, like, kind of stiff, like, before you get it wet, so it does soften it. Okay. Now that I've applied concealer, I'm going to apply foundation. This is the Candid Glow foundation. And I recently discovered this new technique. Like, I was just, like, playing around and I decided to try it out. And, like, now I'm in love. So go with your foundation. But, like, almost like right under where you put your concealer. So you're not necessarily putting your foundation completely on top of the concealer, but I applied concealer first, then I'm doing foundation. Which I've done something kind of similar like this before, where I've like gone with foundation and then like I wipe my under eyes, so there's no like foundation there. And then go with concealer. But this is even easier and I feel like slightly different. Okay. Now moving on to our next step. I'll be right back. Contour. With this and this. This is like the powder, cream to powders, like foundation from Milani. But I like using it to kind of contour. Just go like that. stolen. Sorry. I had a forward share food for this video, and there is flakes in there. But this is a Real Techniques brush. It's really nice. It's like a nice flat edge. I just go in these spots and just a tiny bit on my forehead. Then what I do is I'm gonna grab this brush here from Japanese. Like, they call it a powder brush, like for setting powder, but I like to blend it just because it's like a small, like, flat brush, and I like to just blend out my contour. And I always blend in an upwards motion. Also, this is in the shade Sand. And this, I don't know what shade this is in, but it's in the lightest shade. Same with this, is the lightest shade. But since I feel like this is not the lightest shade, so I just decided to tell you that. Okay. Now that I've applied bronzer, I'm going to apply powder. And so I'm kind of going more glowy today. I'm going to grab my e.l.f. Hollow Glow setting powder. Literally love it. Let me just kind of tap some out before I open it. Okay. This is also in the lightest shade. I'm just going with this powder brush. Same thing I use for my contour. I don't know. It's always sometimes like, it's always just random what I use. I feel like I just had this in my hand, so I'm like literally just using it. I do sometimes use a beauty blender, but that's not the case today. And I don't like to cake on setting powder. I just like to immediately brush it up after applying. I gotta kind of just do it to kind of give a little more, like, brightness and shape, I guess. I don't know. Because baking, it just looks cakey and crusty and musty. And I always see people apply, like, so much powder. Like, you don't need that much, especially if you've already applied, like, foundation and concealer. And now what I'm going to do, this is a new contour hack. I thought of, like, 2 new types of way to apply contour. So I grab a little bit of concealer, and I'm just kind of wiping it off on the brush here. Or in the tube. I go with a little dot here, and I know I've already applied concealer. Then I go with a line there. Grab off the brush. And the new butter bronzer. Actually, I already have one opened. It's this like butter bronzer, like highlight blush and bronzer set. I haven't tried the new one, and it's basically the same thing as the old one. I think it just has new packaging. That's really the only difference. But so I'm putting bronzer along where I put the concealer. Look at this brush here from e.l.f. And then what I do is with my finger, also my hands are clean, I washed them before this video. I just like to tap, kind of wipe it off so there's no excess. Kind of just tap it and softly blend in the product. And then blend in this. And then grab some powder. Or it's kind of hard to see on the side. Go like this, and then sorry, I still got flakes in there. That I kind of like to blend a little bit also, just to tone it down. And then at the end of the video, I will go in with some highlight, and yeah, I really like it. I mean, I know my nose kind of, I mean, like, it's more of it, like, giving a depth effect than really, a shape. I don't know. But I really like it. And moving on to our next brows, I have the e.l.f. brow pomade, which is too dark. So what I usually do is dip in with my brush and just tap it off on the back of my hand. As you can see, and I just tap. Okay, and that's the back of my hand. And I just have my brow thing that has like a brush on one side, and then the spoolie on one side and the brush itself on the other side. Because sometimes I have the issue of getting brow pomades, and I get them in the lightest shade, and then it's like too light, and then I get in the dark, like the second shade up, and it's too dark. But I mean, sometimes, like, because I've gotten a brow pomade before that was too dark on my eyebrows, and I mean, sometimes they can be very intense when you get them first, and then like a while later I go to use it and I don't even have to like it didn't even look dark on my brows. So I mean, yeah. Also, I have a mirror here. I say that every video that I look this way, but you know, not everyone knows. Okay. Now I'm kind of just dipping my pencil or my brush into the Access pomade on the back of my hand. Sorry. And yeah, I'm just finishing filling it in, and then we'll clean up the edges with a little bit of concealer. Okay. I'll put some concealer on the back of my hand, and I'll do my other brow off camera just to save some time. And again, I'm sorry if this video is really long. Every video I make is long because I ramble. It's just me. So I'm going with this flat brush. Okay, this is what it's looking like. Not bad. I know this isn't perfect, but you know, good enough for my liking. And this nose contour does not look as good. Like the first time I tried it, it looked really good and didn't look like this orange. I mean, it doesn't look as orange off camera, but yeah. So now I'm gonna do my other brow and I'll be right back. Filling on my brows. I know they're not exactly the same shape. Like, I'm happy with how they look, but I sometimes struggle getting them even because they're like slightly a different shape. It's like their natural shape, but that's okay. Moving on to eyeshadow. Oh, sorry. I'm going to prime my lids. I'm just gonna use the same brush that I used to cut my crease since all that had on it was concealer. I'm going with the e.l.f. Putty Eye Primer. I really like using primers for my lids, like real eye primers, rather than concealers and foundations. So I'm using this Winnie Beauty Blender to pat in the primer. I don't know, I just don't really like using concealers and foundations because like they have moisture in them, so and your eyelids create oils, so it's just not as good for the eyeshadow. But yeah, moving on to the eyeshadow. Let me grab the palette and grab my brushes. So here I'm using the LA Girl Pro palette. Love these colors, so pigmented, so stunning. So I'm gonna start off with this color right here. Put it on my lids. Like so. Ooh, actually, I just realized, should I do like one eye and then do that eye? I don't know. I mean, I'm way better at doing it like as I go along, like doing one side then doing the other side. So I think I'll just do that. Okay. This is just for the base, and I'm going with this like kind of flat, kind of fluffy brush, not that long, and then I'm going with this shade here. Kind of adding it on, or packing it on. Actually, no, I want to do it. Sorry, I just realized this. Oh, it's not this brush. Oh, here it is. Yeah, that's it. It just needs to be. Oh no. Here. Just going like this. Oh no, guys. I just recently washed my brushes. And look at what happened to this one. Like, all the bristles are still there. It just kind of lost its shape a little bit. And I have another Morphe brush. Like, these are from Morphe. And the other one is, like, totally fine. Right? Come on. It's, like, the only, like, mini, like, packing brush that I really own. I don't know. I'm gonna like go wet it and try to reshape it. So I'll be right back. I just wet it. And I'm not gonna use it for the rest of the video, but I'm gonna see if it like just dries back to its like shape or whatever. So yeah, I'm just gonna use this small like brush from Japanese to apply the rest of the shade there. Okay. Oh, I was planning on doing that off the camera, but that's okay. Now back with this brush, I'm just gonna kind of blend it. Sorry, it's kind of easier to use this here. I'm just softly blending it out. Okay. Now with this shade here, like one of the lighter shades in the palette, I'm just going on top and just kind of giving it just a more blended look up there. Shoot. This entire time I was gonna like do this eye and then off camera do this part of the eye, so I'm still like doing it side by side, but I mean it's not that hard. But now moving on, I think I'm already, well no, I'm gonna go with this dark brown shade here. Just blend it a little bit. Okay, now we're gonna cut the crease. Cut the crease. I'm going with my concealer, and I know I say I like to go with primer on my lids, you know, and not use concealer since concealer has moisturizer or moisture in it, but for cutting the crease, like concealer just works the best for me. So I mean, I guess I'm kind of not following what I said, like cut here. I just placed some concealer on the back of my hand, and then I'm just kind of tapping my brush. Same brush I used to prime and cut my brows out, but I like using these kind of flat brushes for like cutting the crease. Okay. Oh, there we go. Why did I close this? Oh no, I officially closed it. I haven't partially closed it before. But now with not this brush. Let me grab another brush. It just fell behind here. I got go with this pink glittery shade here and put it on where I cut the crease. Okay, now I am done with this palette. I'm really this mini like cherry makeup revolution palette. I'm just grabbing this shimmery shade here just to lighten it up even more. Okay. I also like to put some under my eyebrows, just in like the cupid. That's my lip, the cupid's bow, but just in this part. I know it looks nice. And then brush here. I just saw my brush, and now it disappeared. Here it is. This is my other Morphe. I only own 2 Morphe brushes, but look at this one. This one's fine. Because I just recently cleaned my brushes. And now I'm just going with everything, like blending everything out. Sorry. So now I'm done with my eyeshadow. Now we're gonna move on to our next step. I'm gonna do mascara. And I used to like to brush through my eyelashes, but I can't find my specific, well, actually I know where my, mascara, like, comb is. It's in the car, but, like, it's not like a regular spoolie type deal. It's like one that's, like, it's like this, but with, like, little metal things, and it's made for your eyelashes. It's that kind of style. It's really cool. I just curled my lashes, and the thing is, here, go again. I don't really like using lash curlers because they rip out your eyelashes, but also they curl it and make it look so nice. It's like such an adversity. Well, it's not that hard to deal with, but yeah, I want to go with the volumizing fibers, or that's not the thing, but the Essence What the Fake mascara. I just really started doing my makeup, and I was like trying out some stuff, and I decided to try this out because it'd been a while since I used it, and I was in love. Like, I don't know, I just feel like I remember not liking it as much as I did. And like, yeah, it has like volumizing fibers, so you can kind of see. And I thought this would be too clumpy, but I just want to try their like princess one or whatever. Her lash princess. Yeah, don't mind there. It just like looks so nice on me. Like 10 out of 10 recommend. I really want to do a video on my favorite mascaras. And I think like pretty much all of them are like inexpensive. Okay. Sorry for the awkward silence. I'm just like, I don't know, I'm so focused. Okay, I think that's good. I'm just gonna brush out this lash. So now I'm just gonna curl it again. I like to curl before and after, and I don't always do this, but I decided to do it for my glam makeup. I'm not gonna do lashes. I don't know, I do have like a bunch of lashes that I've been needing to wear, and I don't know, I just haven't like, I don't feel like doing it. And then I'm just going with a comb and combing through my lashes. Because I can't find my, well, I know where my comb is. I left it in the car and like the cover holder. Because I had it the other day in there. And I just forgot it in there. But moving on to our last few steps. Pot brush. I'm gonna go with the Paradise Enhanced Scented Blush. It smells so good. It's an apricot, I think, scent. I'm pretty sure mine, because like my grandma has this apricot doll that smells exactly like this, and like she's had that doll like because it was my aunt's from when she was little, and like that thing still gives off scent, and she had that thing when she was like 3. Like, if that scent in that apricot doll, because like when you squeeze it, it gives out a scent. If that apricot scent can last that long and smell good, then like, wow. I need to have like a perfume. That's what my cousin always said. She needs a perfume like that that lasts that long. And then I'm gonna go with this highlighter here. I'm gonna go with my Paja Beauty highlighter. I like to apply highlighter with my hands and then blend it out with a brush. That's just like what I like to do. So I'm just going here. An itch on my nose. Okay. And then our final step, lipstick. I'm just gonna do it in this clip because I already have it. Where is it? Sorry, I'm trying to find something. I had it here. I just can't find it now. I still have flakes in my throat. Sorry about that. I'm not sure where it is, but it's my lip scrub. Cause like my lips are extremely dry right now. I'm just gonna go with my toothbrush that I keep. Actually, no, I had a scrub in my thing for here, but we're already going with this. Okay. I got this toothbrush from a hotel once, and I never actually used it because I ended up finding my toothbrush. It was just kind of hidden. And yeah, I thought I had lost it, and I'm just gonna moisturize my lips. But yeah, since then I've used a toothbrush, and I see people like buy like brushes specifically for lip scrubs. Sorry, someone's at the door. I've seen people specifically buy brushes for lip scrubs, but like, what's the point? If you're just gonna like, I mean, like, you can just use a toothbrush. Literally just as effective. I went with this color here. I was gonna go with this one. Also by the Cream Shop. Yeah, it's by the Cream Shop. It's like a cushion with FedEx. Look. But it's like a very subtle color. And I usually like to go with a subtle color because this is a more bold look. So if I go with a more bold look, I'm gonna go with a more subtle color. You know, it's a call. It's just a scam call. So, yeah. This is a scam likely, so nothing important. But yeah, something I always follow is if I go with a bold look, I go with a subtle lip. And if I go with a subtle look, I go with a bold lip. It's like the rule I always have to follow. Like, I always follow. Like Vogue kind of rule. And yeah, I think I'm gonna apply a gloss though. You guys, if you're looking for a good plumper, LA Girl one. Because I have the Too Faced lip injections, which is very intense, but this one is just as intense. Because I was expecting it to be not as good as the lip injections one. I thought it would just be like kind of plumping, because I've gotten that before. But no, this is very plumping. So I'm gonna go with this butter gloss here. It's like a tint pink color. This may be a little, I don't know. This isn't very intense, I don't think. But I don't know. Because another thing is with like when we go with the subtle lip and a bold look is you want one thing to stand out. If there's too many things standing out, then it's like kind of hard to focus. This is it doesn't stand out that much. It's and yeah, now I need to set. Did I grab the setting spray? I have one here. I have this mattifying one. Ooh. Guess what I'm getting from the Myers website, or well, it should be coming in the mail. It's the Lady Gaga Oreos. They had it on the Meyer website. Cause I didn't see it in store at Meyer, and I know people have tried looking for it at Target and they haven't seen it there. But they had it on the Myers website, so yeah. Which I'm really excited about. But this is the look for today. I know it's not perfect, and it doesn't look as good on camera. I don't know. Actually, no, it looks just as good. But I hope you enjoyed today's video. Don't forget to give this video a like, subscribe, turn on those post notifications, and so you never miss another video. Sorry if my voice sounds a little raspy, it's because I've been coughing up the peanut flakes. But that is it for today's video. Thanks for watching, and bye!